subject that's been going on for years now. And I'm going to tell you two things that made me decide to make this video. One is that over April break, over April break, I checked out the new Netflix show that became like an instant hit, 13 Reasons Why. And I completed the show all in just 8 days. For those of you who don't know what it is, it's based on the book of the same name. It tells the story of a boy named Clay Jensen, and what happens is, he was friends with a girl named Hannah Baker. Hannah Baker, however, committed suicide in school, and one day Clay comes home and finds a package for him that has 13 cassette tapes and a map. When he listens to the cassette tapes, he hears like Hannah's voice, and he uses the map to go to location. He goes to locations on the map and keeps cutting to flashbacks, and it goes like, the girl explains the reasons why, she committed suicide, and it's through all the bullying that happened to her. And also, what also caused me to do this video today in English class, I did we watched a little documentary about this girl, who two people who were bullied so bad that they took their own lives to it. And this is where I discuss. No, this is actually not going to be, bullying is wrong or anything. This is going to be like a legitimate, what's been going on with all the school districts have been telling people the bullying is, it's just, we're not going to do anything with bullying because we're going to make the school district look bad. Are you kidding me? There is one girl in the documentary. She went to the guidance counselor about, literally in the documentary, it shows at least 25 times throughout the entire school year. And you know what? The guidance counselor never helped her. She was bullied constantly. And there's literally, I think the story was that one pep rally, the girl was pushed down the stairs by a football player, and you know what? They say the girl was in the way and that they couldn't suspend the football player because he helped make the school. Or helped the school with everything that happened. Are you shitting me? Are you bullshit. BS. Unacceptable. What's going on with these school districts right here? I'm not going to say the names of any of these schools because, I don't want hate starting to go towards the schools or anything, but I don't want this kind of stuff to happen to other kids. Also, there's stories that I've heard, the kid, another boy who was in that documentary was shoved in the air, was pushed around. Somebody was calling all these names. For all these people who are bullying, why are you people doing this? Why you think it's okay to make fun of them? They're not gonna do anything about it. There was one boy who was in there the day the day he committed suicide. One kid was bullying him so bad the boy said to him, "Why don't you go home and shoot yourself?" And that's exactly what the boy did. He was found dead by the police there. What? This bullying has gone so out of hand now. And now, with all the days, and now kids are committing suicide. People have committed suicide from bullying, depression. Depression, and committing suicide. Depression is what caused Robin Williams to commit suicide back in August of 2014. It's sad that this nation, and now it's getting even worse with online social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, all those, Vine. I have accounts on YouTube, I have accounts on all those, and I've never bullied anybody. I don't really have much of experience because I haven't been technically bullied. I mean, my friends pulled a few jokes on me, but for me, they're just jokes, and they're not they're not teasing me or anything. I don't mean legitimately. They might kind of jokingly tease, but in a good way. But these bullies have gone out and ridiculous. And also, I want to say, in another part of the documentary, there was another girl who was in that documentary who saw all these was bullied constantly, and decided she wanted to be homeschooled, but she wanted to go to the prom. The teacher, their parents asked the people if they could be if she could still go to the prom, and they said no because she'd have to be a student there. The girl committed suicide, and the guys who bullied her went to her funeral. They saw her dead body, and you know what? They just laughed. They laughed. You would have thought, oh my God, if I had known she was going to commit suicide, I wouldn't have done it. Well, guess what? Too late for that. They were just laughing hysterically. What is wrong with you bullies? It's ridiculous. absolutely 100% unacceptable to any of this. Like, and now, like, there's all these rumors, and I want to go over, like, the reasons that, and this is spoilers for those who have not seen 13 Reasons Why, the Netflix show. Check it out; it's amazing. But this is spoilers for those who haven't seen it yet. So just fast forward through this part. A couple of reasons why the Hannah girl, like, the episode she committed suicide was, one is that she was raped by someone. Two is that a girl named Courtney, a picture, like, one night she'd gotten drunk with a girl named Courtney, and a guy took, and, like, they were so drunk they started, like, kissing each other, and a guy took a picture of it. Later on, Courtney covered that up with, like, a story saying, like that wasn't her, and, like, Hannah was doing something. She made a rumor about Hannah just to cover her own ass. And by the way, Courtney is my least favorite character on the show. I'll save up my reviews for what I thought about 13 Reasons Why for a different video. But also, let's see, what other reasons would cause her to kill herself? Also, she was betrayed by a friend. It was Jessica, and I'm not gonna say all of them because, like, the show is too good to give away. So that's just a couple examples. But and also, like, the show, like, Hannah Baker, what, the bullying got so out of hand, I was going to test an example of how it is, but I'm not going to. The last episode, it's very graphic, shows the girl committing suicide, getting into a bathtub, cutting her wrist with a knife. I won't say, like, anything, it's too graphic, but I'm appalled to what I've seen so far of all that. The bullying has got to stop. In school districts, you've got to keep an eye out. My high school, NK High School, perfectly safe. So as far as I know, no bullying has gone on. As far as I'm concerned or anything, like, I don't know if there really is legitimately going bullying all around. But from what I've seen, the staff is doing a very good job. They're pretty much any adult I could talk to, like, I'm having kind of trouble like that. But so far, like, as far as I know, everyone's just getting along just fine. To any of my viewers who are being bullied, please, like, don't commit suicide or do anything like that. Talk to somebody. I mean it. Like, there's gotta be an adult or a teacher in your school who you can talk to and all that. Please, don't end your life. If you're a kid, you've got a full life ahead of you of what you can do with any career you want. So please don't do that. All right, this is gonna do it for this video. I will see you all for our next video, which will hopefully be more peaceful.